I'm Lynne Cazaly. This is Workish. In this episode, we can see now that the business case for employers investing in employee wellbeing has been ramped up a little. Despite companies claiming that their people are their greatest asset, nearly 1/3 of those people don't feel like they're thriving at work, and about 1/3 of companies have an actual wellbeing strategy in place. Now, the Oxford University's Wellbeing Research Centre has documented and developed quite a clear approach now to employee wellbeing, and the things that they're measuring include overall happiness, satisfaction at work, and a sense of purpose, as well as stress levels. So companies that have a higher well-being score overall, they're the ones that tend to generate the greatest profits. They have higher valuations and they tend to outperform the stock market. So it's great to see this sort of data coming out to really reinforce why we need to be looking after our people. In Time magazine, companies are finally designing offices for what they say is the new work reality. The example they give is an architecture firm in New York who created a 28,000 square foot living lab, and what they did was test out all of the different sort of models and setups and designs for hybrid work. What they wanted to do was create space that people actually wanted to come into, commute and all, and that could serve as a model for the future of work office designs. Some of the key points that came from this living lab study show that the space needs to be easy for companies to reconfigure, to be able to adapt to whatever the workforce is needing. But 3 key things came from it. That is that the space is flexible, that it's great for collaboration, and thirdly, that it's enjoyable. It's a nice place to come into and visit. In Australia, Commonwealth Bank ordered staff back to the office, this one in the Financial Review, and reported across most of the media. CEO Matt Comyn is among a growing number of executives who are saying, come on, back into the office. He said at least 50% of their working time should be in the office starting over the next month or so. And the call is so that there's a stronger organisational culture, that there's innovation and collaboration and connections among employees are fostered. Some staff and employees were quite vocal about this, sharing their views and thoughts on social media. Let's stay tuned to see how the organisation goes with that. And then this from Insider, which says this is why employees don't want to come back to the office. It's too expensive. The cost of office clothes, as we can't go into the office in our tracky pants and Ugg boots, lunches, commuting, childcare, car parking, all of these sorts of costs employees are realising that are mounting up in times that can be a little bit economically tough. Some of the stats say that individuals are spending between 20 and 30% of their paycheck on the cost of going back into the office. Asynchronous communication, here in Entrepreneur magazine, saying it's a speedy work and a secret weapon, and I couldn't agree more. The rise of asynchronous communication means we're getting people out of boring meetings that aren't doing anything and doing work that isn't in real time. That means we work on things and communicate via email, text, shared and visual collaboration boards, shared documents. This asynchronous work has been shown to be more inclusive, it's able to accelerate progress on projects and work, and it starts to relieve the pressure on our diaries and schedules. In my most recent book, Sync Async, Making Progress Easier in the Changing World of Work, I highlight some of the features of how to bring more asynchronous work into your workplace. And I'll finish today on an article from Bike Radar about how Raleigh, the bike manufacturer, is bringing back the chopper. This is the bike from the 1970s. Lots of people have been demanding or asking for it, and now they're bringing out a new version of this quite iconic bike. They've done several years research and development, and now here comes the chopper. But the company's really excited about being able to deliver this one, particularly in a time when there's greater interest in cycling, more opportunities, more access, the rise of e-bikes. And they're suggesting it's coming in 2 colours. So which would you choose? Ultraviolet or infrared? Ultraviolet, infrared. Ultraviolet, I think I'd go with infrared. I'll see you on your chopper. I'm Lynne Cazaly. This is Workish.